No, you need to go back home. I said, my hair's done. Like, your hair literally looks dry rotted. You just got a haircut and you still got split ends going up your hair shaft. Don't play with me right now. What's up, y'all? It's Kareem Monet and I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna do like another little story time because y'all, like, I thought I saw something. So I quit my job, and normally I wouldn't just up and quit something without having like a backup plan. I wouldn't do anything without a backup plan. And I don't know if that's because like I'm a Capricorn or something, I don't know. But I would never do that without a backup plan. But I quit without a backup plan because so that's how, like, you know, it was that bad. Like, I hated that place. And I'm not gonna say where I worked, but I worked at a grocery store. If you know me, you know a grocery store. And so like the area that I worked in was very, very racist. I'm not gonna say the store is racist, but the area that I worked in was definitely racist. And I worked in, if you know anything about Virginia in itself, but Yorktown. So I had to deal with, for like 4 years straight, I was just dealing with racist managers, customers, co-workers. Sometimes they were just prejudiced, but like all that in a nutshell, microaggressions. It was a bit much. And honestly, I quit like back in September when my maternity leave was about to be up. Cause I was like, I don't know if like going back was just gonna be like, it was definitely gonna be like really stressful going back. Plus I got a newborn baby at home, and they're not gonna, I knew for a fact, like just from experience and knowing them, and I knew that they wasn't going to accommodate and cooperate with me, being that I have a whole newborn at home, I breastfeed. It just wasn't gonna be like a smooth transition coming back to work. So, and like I literally had to get a damn doctor's note when I was pregnant just for me to wear Crocs. So yeah, right. So I started working there like in 2018. It was actually my first job. It started out like the way that they like train you and stuff like that. They make you believe that it's going to be like the best place to work, and like everybody just loves it so much. It's just all like just good vibes, and it's not at all. Not at all. Like they really try and sell it to you. And when I got there, like me and the my new coworkers and all that stuff, it was just like, oh, like y'all really hate it here, but I'm gonna at least give it a chance. I should listen to everybody. Like they, like, honestly, that store could not, that specific location could not keep anybody. Like there was people, like there has been people that started working there and then maybe a day or two later quit. Like it was terrible. And if there's any job that's always talking about some we're hiring on the spot, and we're doing open interviews, and my store did open interviews all the time, and I was hired on the spot. Run. That is a red flag, because they can't keep nobody. But that should have told me right there. But I didn't know no better. But I started in one department, and it was like me working overnight and all that stuff, and or like working late. And I ended up transferring to the front end department, so like cashiering and customer service, all that stuff. So within like 3 months, of me working up there, I became a supervisor. Everything was all cool and stuff before I became a supervisor. Like everybody, because normally I just mind my business when I'm at work, and everybody, all the older people, everybody was cool with me, everybody loved me. And then as soon as I became a supervisor, that's when I can count on one hand how many of the older people immediately just switched. Like, and it was mainly the women, like older women, and they were all of a sudden, they were cool with me, all that stuff. And then as soon as I became a supervisor, they just immediately like, oh, Karima doesn't know what she's doing. Where's my break? And it's like, babes, first of all, I'm doing what I was trained to do. So you had this problem already. Like, cause normally, like breaks was their main thing. Like, cause the way they do breaks at that store is like, you go in the order of when everybody came. So if I came in first, I get my break first. But also you have to think about the duration of their shift. So if there was people begging for breaks, and they only have like a 6-hour shift. If you have a 6-hour shift, you get one break right in the middle. Begging for another break, like you don't get another break, babes. You get one. And then like there was people that will come in late and be looking for their break on time. It's like, no, since you were late, your break is late. This person goes ahead of you. And like, that's just how it is. Like, that's only fair. So, they just started like doing like little nitpicking things. And it's like, you were too old to be acting like that. And, honestly, like, it was a mess. Like, there was this one lady, she, I'm gonna just give them the letters. Their names are just gonna be the letters, the first letter of their name. Their names are gonna be the first letter of their names. So we're gonna call this lady J. She was one of those people that was like really, really cool with me, but she just, I don't like, first of all, I really think that she's like literally, there's something wrong with her in the head. And there was a rumor, not gonna say it's true or not, but there was a rumor that she smokes crack and all that stuff. So yeah, but one day, like, she always came to work late, and then she would always go on her breaks and like take 45-minute breaks. And it's like, girl, no, I sent you on a 15-minute break. Come on now. So she one day I sent her on her break, and I sent her on time. So I'm looking for her because I got other people's breaks to do, and ain't nobody about to be fussing at me talking about where's my break just because you wanted to take forever on your break. Because some people did not realize that, like, no, I cannot send y'all on break all at the same time. Like, that just makes sense because I need people up here. So I'm calling her over the intercom, like, Jay, you're needed back to the front. Jay, you needed back to the front. She was not budging. So she apparently, one of my friends, and I'm not normally friends with the coworkers, but this person, yeah, we're friends. My friend, she was actually on her break when Jay was on her break. So she comes back to me and she's laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? She was like, she was like, Jay, I said her name. She was like, Jay just told somebody over there that she said, if that little girl calls my name one more time, I'm gonna slap her. I said, who? Slap who? You ain't slapping nobody. So I said, oh, word, bet. So I go and I'll call her name one more time. I say, Jay, you're needed to the front. Like, chop, chop. So I didn't get touched, because if she would have touched me, sorry, I would have probably lost my job that day. Girl, so I was dealing with a lot of people like that. And like, there was another lady that worked up there too. Her name starts with a J too, but this is a totally different J. But she like wanted a bagger like so bad. And like one time I was bagging for someone, And she literally like, and my friend, that same friend, she was actually folding bags because that was her job to be doing. So I was bagging for someone and she was actually folding bags and putting bags under the register that I was at. And while she was doing that, I was talking to her. So that Jay, she was talking about some, her customer was complaining saying, so there's no baggage, there's 2 people bagging right there. I'm the only person bagging. So Jay is talking about some, hey Karima, can one of y'all bag over here? Like 2 people are bagging over there. Like you need to come bag over here. And I looked at her, I said, no, I'm bagging right here. So you and your customer can wait. Like anytime I told my courtesy clerks, my cashiers to do something, she thought she was gonna go overhead of me and tell them to do something else. I went up to her and then she never said my name right. She always said everything but Karima. That day she said my name right, but any other day she would not say anything. She would say everything but Karima. So one day I pulled her to the side. I was like, look, you have got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop telling my people to do something else because I told them to do this. You are a cashier. You're not nobody. You're not authority. Relax. And she's like this older lady, and then she's like, well, you don't even talk to me because I told her she's being disrespectful. She's like, well, you're disrespectful to me because whenever I call you, you don't ever answer. I said, because you're not saying my name. You're not calling me. She was like, well, why does it matter? Like, it's just a name. I said, girl, you're going to say my name, right? What if I run around here calling you such and such? She's like, well, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter to you because you're white. You're white, that's why it doesn't matter to you. But it matters to me. My name matters to me. And she's like, well, no, I don't think it matters. Well, it does, so call me by my name. Ever since then, she started calling me by my name. So now you know how to say my name. I don't know her. Now you know what? Now you know how to say my name. Oh, okay. So yeah, I had like so many weird like coworkers that were just like, just irritating, like just could not. And like there was actually an older black lady that I love down. We can call her V. Like V would always like be like on my side. Like she's like, you know, the reason why they acting like this is because you are in a position that they wish that they were in at your age. Like you're doing better than them. I said, thank you. And like, that's not my problem. That's a personal problem for them. Like, so I dealt with like a lot of like irritating coworkers, and like normally I could just, you know, tune them out. Like they were just irritating at most. But then also like the customers were like ridiculous, because like normally, okay, like the customers demographic was mainly white people, mainly. So and honestly, personally, me, I'm going to, it's prejudice, okay? Every white person to me, until you prove yourself innocent, you are a racist. And I treat it as such. So, because you're not about to catch me slipping. I've been caught slipping too many times. You're not about to do that. So, obviously I'm nice because I have good customer service. I'm nice at the beginning. But once they start acting crazy, they think I'm about to just sit there just because I work there. They think, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to this employee any kind of way. Just because they work here, they can't say nothing back to me. I say stuff back. You're not gonna do that. Like I had this one customer, she wasn't even my customer. But since I was a supervisor, they told my cashier, go get your manager or whoever is in charge. They came and got me. So I went over there and she was mad about some little gift card. Don't know. And it wasn't working. So that's something that we can't take care of. That's something like you gotta call like a number. Like we can't physically do anything. So I explained that to her because that's what my cashier explained to her. So I re-explained it to her. And so she started going off on me. My cashier was white also, and that customer was white. But so she started going off at me. And I said, You know what? It's okay. I turned to my cashier. I was like, you don't have to serve her. You can go ahead and move on to your next customer. You don't have to serve her. And so she looked at me. She's like, I don't care if you think that I'm a Karen and all this stuff. And I said, oh, yeah, okay. So I said, yeah, ma'am, you can leave. And so she just started shouting at that point, shouting the whole front end. My store manager does not say, we're gonna get to him. He does not say anything. Like, he hears all this going on, but the whole front end, everybody hears that she just shouting and cussing me out, like cussing me out, using the F-bomb, all that. So one of the other managers, wasn't even a manager for real, but she came. She's like, no, you gotta leave, because you can't be cussing out my my cashiers and all that stuff. You can't. No, you gotta go, because everything that you're saying is now not important, because now you're cussing them out. So she was mad about that. I was like, yo, this lady is nuts. Like, I dealt with like the most craziest people ever at that store. So this is the reason I actually quit, is because of the new store manager that is, I don't know if he's still there, but like, he's currently there, and we're gonna name him K. Or KB. We're gonna name him KB. So I feel like he was either prejudiced or racist, one of those, I don't know, but like, he did not like a lot of us. So he and I feel like he just started like randomly hiring Black people, because of like this rule that there is, like, you have to have like, it's the diversity thing, like you have to have a certain amount of different people. So I feel like that's the only reason why. And he would just like just nitpick with every little thing. And like, I really feel like he has OCD, but like, he was like really nitpicking. Like, there was at like one point where I was everything was done. Like, I was the morning supervisor most of the time. So I will be there like at 10 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. This particular day, it just was not busy. So I was able to, with the people that I had, we had everything clean. Everybody's register was clean. Everybody's self-checkout was clean. Everything was straight. All the chores done, trash dumped, no lines. And that is rare at this location. No lines. My cashier's got all the customers out. So he comes up, and because I'm standing there waiting for work. So me and my co-workers, we stand there, we're talking a little bit, but we're still like looking out for customers. We're still helping customers whenever one came up. And he calls me over, and he's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm watching the front end. What does it look I'm doing? So he was like, you're not doing a good job at it. And I said, how? He said, nothing is done. Nothing's done. And I'm looking around, and I looked at him, and I said, what do you mean nothing's done? Like, are we looking at the same store? Everything was spotless. He was like, he couldn't even explain to me. He was just like, you're not doing a good job. You're not doing a good job. Sir, get out my face. I walked away. I walked away. Like, don't start with me today. I was having a good day. And now you trying to be funny. Like, he just nitpicked with every little thing. Like, he had this rule where there couldn't be 20 carts outside in the lot. It's busy, sir. Like, it's busy. There's going to be, and then especially when we only have 2 courtesy clerks. Like, in the entire store, we only have 2 courtesy clerks. Be for real. Like, it's literally impossible to keep those carts in if it's busy like that with only 2 courtesy clerks. There's going to, and he would try to send supervisors and other managers out to the lot. Go ahead, send other managers. Me? I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside to push nobody's carts. Especially, especially when I was pregnant. No, I'm not going outside to push nobody's carts, and I don't get paid extra to be a supervisor. I'm not pushing nobody's carts, and I stand on that. I never once went out there to push no cart. Don't play with me. So, and a lot of the women actually that came in the store and they saw a girl pushing carts, they're like, why are you pushing carts? That's literally not good for your reproductive system. So if something would have been wrong with my reproductive system, I would have been suing. Period. I would have been suing. Like, he just, like, just every little thing. Like, he was just so irritating. And like, one time I was already clocked out. I was about to go home. I was just waiting for my mother to come into the store. But I had my vest off, or was I wearing my apron? Yeah, I was wearing my apron and I had it like off. But it was still like around my waist, but I had it off, meaning I'm not working. I had my bag in my hand. I was on my phone, and he's asking this one of the other supervisors that I did not like, asking her like, what is she doing? What is Karima doing? And so she comes over to me. She's like, hey, KB just wanted to know, like, what are you doing? And I said, for what? She was like, oh, I don't know. And I said, oh, and I went back to my phone. And then she walked back over there to him and I guess told him I didn't say anything to her. And then he tried to go to my direct manager, front-end manager, and asked him, what was I doing? He was like, it looks like she's leaving. Like, what do you mean? Like, it looks like she's leaving. So I just feel like he didn't like me. And it's like, I never gave him a reason to not like me. Like, I don't know you. First of all, I had to find out your name through other coworkers. You did not go around introducing yourself. You just came in and just started throwing orders. Like, who are you? Who are you? We don't know you. And thing is, he has complimented me before, but he didn't know that it was me. But he actually complimented, like, it was Thanksgiving. I normally always worked on the holidays, but it was Thanksgiving. And he was like, yeah, whoever the closed supervisor was, which was me, they did a really good job. The carts was all in, the lot was clear, everything was done. They did amazing. He did not know it was me. And it was always like that when I was supervisor. So it's just like, sir, why are you playing in my face right now? Come on now. And there was like this other manager, and she, honestly, I want to say she was just prejudiced. And she, like, literally one time she was doing my evaluation, like the annual yearly evaluation, and she was doing it in the it was like during when we had the old store manager, but she was in his office with me, and his blinds were like my couch, literally like my couch. And she was like, she was the type of person that just like got sidetracked, and she would just get sidetracked all the time and start talking about other things. And she was like, yeah, because in the summertime, I don't even know what we were talking about. She was like, yeah, because in the summertime I get tan, because she's Italian. In the summertime I get tan, and sometimes I get as dark as those blinds. That color? She said that she gets darker than me, and then she pointed to the blinds. And you're a white woman? I know everybody be like, Italians get dark in the summer. Okay, you're not about to change it to a whole different race, ma'am. It's giving Ariana Grande. Like, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Like, what are you talking about? And like, Jesus. So, oh my God. And like, also, I had another coworker. She was like a fellow supervisor, did not ever know what she was doing, but always trying to run some orders or whatever. So she constantly said something about my hair. Meanwhile, this is why I always said I was never, ever, ever, ever going to date outside my race, because dealing with stuff like this. She had a black husband, black children, black grandchildren. Now, anytime I wore my hair in an afro, and I walked into the store, she would be like, oh no, you need to go back home and do your hair. You need to comb your hair. And one time she said it in front of a line of white people. I looked at her, I said, what? My hair is done. She's like, no, you need to go back home. I said, my hair's done. Like, your hair literally looks dry rotted. You just got a haircut and you still got split ends going up your hair shaft. Don't play with me right now. Like, no, you need to go back home. I said, my hair's done. Like, your hair literally looks dry rotted. You just got a haircut and you still got split ends going up your hair shaft. Don't play with me right now. And then she tried to repeat it like it was funny, because I wasn't laughing. She tried to repeat it in front of other black people and thinking that they was gonna laugh. And we all literally looked at her like she was crazy. Like, what are you talking about? You're not saying this right now. Are you serious? Like, there's so many things that I could have reported a lot of these people for, and I didn't. I wish I did, but I didn't. Like, but I feel like it was just because I knew I was leaving. But it was just like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And then she also had the nerve to be like, yeah, because I like when your hair is straight anyway. I said, well, I like when my hair is curly. Because she was wondering why I never wore my hair straight that often. Because I like my hair curly. My hair is better curly. Like, let's not discuss my hair. Thank you. The managers, like, the racism and prejudice, it was just like, it was too much. And saying that I'm not doing my job and always looking for something to get on me about, trying to fire me, take my position away. Like, and just because you don't like me, you don't like me being black, like, let's really be real. Like, they didn't like any of us. And so every day you got something that you want to nitpick about. And it was getting to a point where it's just like, you're not about to stress me out. And everybody always asked me, like, my last couple months of pregnancy, it was like, so are you gonna come back after? I was always like, I don't know. You might not see me. I don't know. And the thing is, that same manager told me that I was gonna get paid for my maternity leave, and I did not get paid. Because I was a part-time worker. Even though I was working full-time hours, I was technically part-time, but he told me that I would still get paid, and I did not get paid for the whole 12 weeks. So I thought I was gonna be able to come back for at least like a couple weeks or something like that. I don't know. But when it was coming up, I was like, I can't do this. Cause I already know they're gonna like have a problem with me trying to go and breast, like, pump and all that stuff. Like, he cared about, not, I get it, like, customers first, all that stuff, but sometimes, nigga, like, sometimes it's just unrealistic. Like, it's unrealistic. So, and it's like nothing was ever like good enough for him. Like, I could see like a long line, and if I'm literally not doing anything, I have time in between breaks, I will go jump on a register and get the lines down. And I was good at that. Like, I can get customers out quick. It could be busy and I would get them customers out. But that was never good enough for him. Never good enough for him. And honestly, he was just my last straw. I was gonna like tough it out, but I was like, he's my last straw. I was asking every day, is he here? I don't hear him. He be yelling at people through the walkie-talkies, all that. Babes, it was just entirely too much, and I cannot deal with it. But I have a lot of different story times about that job that I will be telling. I just had to wait till I left, because I didn't have, they frowned upon that. Even though you didn't say like where you work, they would still be like, well, you can't talk about the job and all that stuff because you work here. So now that I'm gone, I got story times. But yeah, that's all for today. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.